Hello, welcome to Make Kind Loud, conversations that turn up the volume. I am so excited to be talking to Jena and Gwen today. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
Good. We're excited to be with you.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm just going to read your bio, and then we're going to jump in and talk all things Little Souls at Rest Foundation, and then how it started, and the mission, and what your vision is for the foundation. Does that work?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. So Little Souls at Rest Foundation was created to help families with burial resources following miscarriages, stillborn, and infant deaths. We want to provide a seamless burial arrangement process for these families who are suffering such a great loss. Gwen Reyna, MD, is an internal medicine physician and board certified in hospice and palliative medicine. She has been married for 24 years and has 3 beautiful girls. Jena Vozzella is a loving wife to Alfred Vozzella and a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling mom of 2 sassy girls, ages. After suffering the loss of her son, she knew that more needed to be done for baby's conception to 23 weeks. Together with Gwen and her incredible background of helping and providing closure and healing, they joined forces and created Little Souls at Rest. So welcome, ladies, and I'm excited to hear all about it. So tell me about Little Souls at Rest.
All right. Okay. So you want to go first? Yeah, just as you said, I'm Gwen Reyna, and I am a physician, and I did my residency in internal medicine, board certified in hospice and palliative medicine, and I worked for years in the hospice industry, just really seeing firsthand people going through a pre-grieving process, grieving. In hospice, it's not only the patient that you're serving, but the whole family. So then I met. After moving to Texas 3 years ago, I met Jena in a networking group, and we really hit it off. And I just saw her go through what she went through last summer, and then when she asked me to join forces with her to help her provide this service, I was immediately compelled and just so humbled and honored to be part of this journey with Jena.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my story is that I was pregnant with Michael Joseph, and I went to the doctor's office, and they told me that I went in for a regular checkup, and they told me that there was no heartbeat, and just to make plans, and they sent me home with a slip and told me I was going to deliver at 8:30 the next morning. And so I came home and reached out to my resources, and I didn't realize that there wasn't any. And so I just went to Google, which is where, most people go. And after, making lists and really trying to figure out on our own, we just were exhausted and, of course, sad and grieving. And so we just kind of, let it go. And then the next morning went to the hospital and we delivered Michael Joseph. He was 6 ounces, but he was perfect. So when I gave birth, he was perfect in every way. He just needed, more time to grow. And I, gave birth, and then they said, okay, so what do you want to do? So we were in, 23 weeks and above, there are regulations and burial services, but for babies, conception to 23 weeks, there's nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I reached out to, the top 5 people. I called the day, the day before, and he said, look, I can understand that you're upset. We'll just pick him up and then we'll figure it out. And so this incredible funeral home picked him up. And even still, the next morning, they said, look, we had an incredible morning with Michael. We'd like to give you the casket, but what do you want to do next? And they didn't even have a solution as to where to put him, as a burial. So, yeah. So after going to Facebook groups, and a friend of a friend wrote and said, look, my son is buried at this particular burial site, and I think we can get him there. And so many graces, we were able to bury him there. But that doesn't happen for everyone. And so after being, 2 weeks in a total fog, my husband and I woke up and said, look, we need to do something about this. Yeah. This can't happen. And so I immediately called Gwen and I was like, Gwen, I know that this is your expertise, and I thought we'd be, to join forces and really be a power team. And so, we started working from there.
That's amazing. That's incredible that there's no services for conception to 23 weeks, even in 2019. Like you'd think there would be. And not going through this until you actually go through something like this, then you don't know what you don't know. So it's amazing that not only that you find Michael Joseph a home, but now you're wanting to help other people in their situations as well. And I love that so much.
Yeah, we really, and since we started, Gwen's been getting phone calls, I've been getting phone calls, and this is happening on a daily, daily, and reaching out to us. And so I just knew that it was that portion of the burial was so important for us, that we really needed someone to to kind of spearhead it. And I was like, well, I guess we'll do. We'll do it.
And it's been incredible. It's been an incredible journey so far. Jena started the foundation, and we are legal and recognized in the state of Texas. Brought me on board, and then we started really exploring and seeing, okay, can this really work? We've already met with several funerals that own cemeteries, and it's amazing the positive response we've gotten. And
I love that.
Yeah, I think this is work we can really do. Right now we're in the process of working with a law firm here in Dallas to put in our application for our 501(c), so we can have our federal tax exemption.
Yep.
And once that application goes in, of course, then we can really start taking donations, and really that's when the work starts, and that's when we can really help people. And we are very excited about this case.
So when Jena called you and was like, I need help, like what was your initial response?
My initial response was yes. And then I woke up at 2:00 in the morning sweating, going, what in the world have I done? I can't do this. I don't know anything about nonprofits. I don't know. I love Jena, but I think why me? What? Said yes again. And then I said no again. I said yes. And then I finally said 100%, all in. And it's been a learning curve, like this. Because of course, I do not have any experience before this in nonprofits, or of course not nonprofit formation. I've volunteered in nonprofits, and of course always had a heart for helping people and charities and everything. But this is a completely amazing, exciting, and honestly with Jena, even though it's a very difficult subject, of course,
for sure,
very difficult topic. Sometimes it's hard to talk about it, but it really has been just so fun to be with Jena, and all the support we've gotten from people like you. I don't know if I can mention our networking group. And
of course you can. Yeah, poke the dots. Let's go. Mention them.
North Plano. If you haven't heard about it, we'll put the link in.
I mean, just so much support, and it's just been an incredibly positive thing. And I'm so excited that we're at this stage and getting close to the next phase where we can really do the work. So
So, what's your vision for Little Souls at Rest? Like, what is the big vision for this foundation?
All right. So the big vision is to have chapters all over the country where there is a need, and the moms know that they're able to reach out to us, and that we're able to build chapters all over the country.
Yes.
And also to change the conversation. It was really eye-opening for Gwen and I when we walked into so many funeral homes, because they were like, that's not a baby, or that's and so we had to show a picture and show boxes, and you can automatically say, well, we can bury that. And I'm like, well, that is names of a baby.
Right.
And just having that conversation where, families, I never knew the 2 photos that they were going to take at the hospital were going to be the reason that a lot of people have changed hearts in saying, changing the conversation from, we don't do that, to, oh no, but that is a baby and we'll help you.
Wow.
And so walking into, these funeral homes and really having that shift when they're able to see the boxes that we're trying to bury, and the picture of Michael, I think, has been eye-opening.
right? For both of us. So to change the conversation that these are baby remains and that you have the rights to them. And then also to, you know, help the families also with stillborn, where they know that, you know, something, you know, the baby has a place to go, a place to rest.
Yeah. That is honorable. And it's so interesting too, because I think that, you know, we can't be pigeonholed, which is awesome. We really transcend any political or religious conversation, which has been so amazing, because it's really just about honoring families, helping the grieving process, making sure that there is a streamlined process and maybe at a decreased cost that we can provide that will really help people to follow that grieving process and really heal. That's our whole mission. It transcends any other political or religious agendas. So
and to find a home for these babies and mothers and families can go with it.
Yeah, that's right. Because that's what it's about.
That's really the mission.
Yeah, people, we want that closure. That's how
the healing. Yeah,
everyone wants to have that place. Not everyone. I mean, but you know, if you do want that, it's
right.
Wonderful to have that. Something that's honored and appreciated. Something that your family can. And visit.
And that when you're in the midst of it, so when you hear my child doesn't have a heartbeat, that we've already streamlined that procedure so that you're not worrying about that aspect, so you can just grieve the baby loss.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
We'll have it.
Yeah, because y'all are inventing the wheel.
We're inventing this wheel.
There was no wheel before you. And that's just simply amazing. And I'm so excited, and I'm so proud that you guys are doing this, because it's important, and it's eye-opening that when you went to these funeral homes and you asked them about this, and they said that we don't do that, and then you show them the picture and they're like, oh wait, yes we do. So that is powerful. That is amazing. So when you show the picture of Michael Joseph to the funeral directors, they instantly said, we can help you? Or what was that conversation like?
Well, the conversation, right, Gwen? The conversation changed to, yes, we're able to bury the remains of these babies. And so that was the shift versus using just technical terms to what, you know, conception to 23 weeks looks like versus 23. And so they have been incredible with working with us, and to be able to change that shift so that we are able to, you know, help these families and these babies, which have the right to be buried.
Agreed. And I think, and I think it's just, what's so cool is that I think everyone feels the need to have this available. And I think that they do. They have, of course, I mean, working in those industries, they have huge hearts. I think it's been our mission, our calling, to help them find that pathway. So that now this is how we can do it. It's not that they, you know, it's not that there's resistance or that they don't want to, but they just don't, there's nothing in place right now. So if we say, well, here's a path, here, we'll partner with you and we will do this. And they're like, you know, so it's been amazing.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah. So they want to help, but they didn't know how to help.
Exactly.
Y'all are providing the avenue to allow them to help these families.
Yeah. And they've been great. They put together plans for us and plots for us, and really to do this with dignity for the families. So Texas has been phenomenal with helping us.
Positive response.
Yeah.
I love that. So after you get your 501c3, you get all the paperwork in order, whatever else you need, then are we going to go national? Is that the plan?
We were just I was in Florida, and we were on Zoom calls together at different funeral homes, and every state is different. And what we're learning is every county is different and every city is different. So I went to my town in Kissimmee with the help of Dr. Fernandez, and we realized that, you know, it's different there. So actually 20 weeks instead of 23, they have absolutely nothing in place. I mean, it was very difficult. So after six funeral appointments, we're, you know, looking at a different plan, maybe buying a plot of land for these babies, since there's no legislation on what you can do with them. So we're really excited about trying to find whatever's going to work for that county, for that city, for that state, so that everybody gets the same burial rights for these children.
Absolutely. And so, yes, of course, we're starting North Texas, right? We're starting in our own backyard.
Of course.
And if we can get some kind of framework a plan, a pathway, a framework, a blueprint that works here, we are hoping that we can adjust it as needed in other cities in Texas, and then of course in other states, so that we can achieve this goal everywhere.
Yeah. So it's mainstream. So somebody knows, and they, they can say, oh, let me see if that funeral home has Little Souls at Rest. So that they know right then and there that there's burial plots for these children. There's a process. Yeah.
That gives me, I literally have chills. I wish you could see that. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. So tell me how are you going to partner with hospitals as well, or are you going to provide them the information that they can provide to families? How does that part of it work?
Well, I think,
yeah. So so I was helped by an incredible group that was phenomenal. Men's group. It's run by Rebecca. I can't remember her last name off right now, but she was incredible in helping with the aftermath, and I really loved them, and they really got me through, the stages after grieving. So that was great. We are going to try to help with OBGYNs and working out to hospitals so that they know that this is an option. It's not that everybody wants it, but if they are looking for this type of burial services, we
Right. Yeah, so totally referrals, like as you said, with hospitals, churches, doulas, anyone in the community who would be in contact, so that we can just get the word out, so people know that this is an option for them.
And that there's burial services, and then there's grieving, support groups after that. So there's one in Frisco here called St. Catherine's Hearts, which I've helped with to start. Jacqueline and Carrie Fontenelle, they started one here. And then of course there's an incredible group called Men's that really can help. So really going full circle from the moment you find out about the death to the burial. We're only doing that niche, the burial plots, and then moving them on to these incredible other resources that are out that are great.
Yeah, so they're synergy partners for us, definitely, and just helping people through the whole process.
Yeah, I love that. So really, you're going to be a resource center. So you're going to help them take care of the burial part of it, and then whatever else that they need, you're going to provide them with resources in their areas so that they can go out and get the support and the help that they need to move forward.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yeah.
That is so beautiful. I love it. I love everything that you guys are doing. That is amazing. So how far along are we until we get the 501c3?
Oh my goodness. Well, it is a step-by-step process, and
because we want to go national,
it has to be.
We want to make sure that when we open, it's anyone who wants to start all over the state. So that's taken a little bit more time. We could be quicker in Texas, but we really want it so that as soon as it opens, we have burial plots and chapters that can be created all over. So
yeah, it's important, of course, that we have that federal tax exemption, for people who donate money, and that's how we're going to run it, of course, through 100% donations. So, so hopefully, we have a goal in mind of like the 1st of August, and so we can hit that. Once we have the application in, then we can start accepting donations and doing the work. And so that is our goal right now. And we'll keep you posted. Everyone will know.
Everyone will know.
Yeah, please let me know so I can blast it out.
You'll feel balloons everywhere. The entire Dallas will be set in
confetti.
Yeah. Because everyone is really waiting, and we've gotten so many personal calls every day, just being like, can you help my friend now? Can you help my?
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so we just want to make sure we have everything in line. So we're excited.
That's important. Yeah. And I love that you guys are activists. Y'all are changing legislation. You're getting out there. You're like, okay, this is it. We're about to roll this thing out. And I love it. So literally this is going to be what you do, right? Because that's a lot of work.
This is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yes. We've seen each other a lot, whether it's in yoga pants or.
I only wear Adidas. I don't wear yoga. No yoga. No.
We Adidas. Spent a lot of time together. And we have I just have to say, we have an incredible team. I mean, everyone has helped us, from our doc community to our referral groups,
our families.
Our families have allowed us to spend a lot of time together working this out. Chris Inman is incredible. He's put together, we have it on our Facebook page. We have cycles coming up, a 444-mile cycle from Tennessee to Mississippi.
Wow.
in May of 2020. So we have to buy a bike this afternoon. And then we're putting together a 5K in October, and Chris Inman has really,
He's been incredibly generous.
That.
Yes, we had his time. And everything. So it's been amazing.
It's been good. Everyone has just helped incredibly, and everybody wants a little portion of this, from memory boxes to donations from. Yeah, it's just been great.
I love that.
Us, it's literally the community of Frisco, Little Elm.
Yes,
all of our
sphere. Everyone.
So at the beginning of August, you're going to have, will y'all have volunteer opportunities? What are you going to need and look for once you're ready to launch?
Well, we're looking for sponsors to as simple as for plots for these babies. Starting at $200, you can gift that to families. We are going to be looking for sponsorships in the community.
Absolutely.
And
with local businesses starting first.
We have a lot of families. People putting together jewelry for the families, putting together memory boxes so that families have things. So it's just we're going to need a lot of help.
Yeah, I got you.
But a lot of people have been generous in taking a portion of it and running with it. And so when we do officially become where we can take donations, everything has kind of been put in place.
Yes.
That is beautiful. So is there going to be like a grand opening, a launch party, any of that?
I love that. I think yes.
We do have everyone just waiting. They're like, can we press the button? Can we press the button? So it'll probably Facebook. We'll probably have somewhere where we meet with everybody who's helped us in the background. Lori has been awesome.
Yeah.
I think everybody together will core and we'll go live and
music.
I'm saying
dancing,
music,
fun.
It'll be great.
Let me know. I want to be there to support. I think what you're doing is beautiful and it's needed. I didn't even know this was needed. And so it's so powerful what you're doing for these families. And I know it was out of your own heartache and your own heartbreak. But because you went through that and didn't have the resources, it is such a beautiful thing that you're creating this so that other families won't have to deal with the turmoil of losing a child and then not being able to have those services available for them. So what you guys are doing is so powerful and so beautiful. And I just want you to know that whatever you need, let me know. I can help in any way. And so when you send stuff out, let me know so I can send it out to my groups as well.
Can I just tell a story about you in the summer?
Sure.
Just really quick. So I met Louisa at a meetup. And since then, I think our paths have crossed many, many times after that. Yeah. But, so if you don't know Louisa, she puts together Make Kind Loud. And every morning she wakes up and she says, the choice is yours to be happy and to choose kindness. And I was in a camp with 110 middle school and high schoolers.
Wow.
That's your heart. Sleeping in a bunk bed. And every morning I would wait to see her go live. So I'm like, this is going to be a great day. This is going to be a great day. No, the choice is mine. And so by the third day, one of the counselors that were in my room, one of board directors, she was in the bathroom and there's two of them, Cindy and Ann, and I put her on high blast and I put it in the bathroom and they're like, this is going to be a great day. So if you don't follow Louisa, you should, because whenever she goes live, it's the same message every day, but every day you listen to it and it hits you in a different spot every time. So I'm like, I know the choice is mine. I know that kindness is great. And so every time it comes on, I make sure that I listen to it. Or if my husband calls me and he's like, or my kids, I just put her on speaker. Yes. And I'm like, the choice is yours. So anyone who's watching this who does not follow Louisa, she is incredible, and she just always makes your day better.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love that story. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, listen, ladies, I think, like I said, what you guys are doing is amazing. Please go follow Little Souls at Rest Foundation so that you can get all the info on the upcoming launch party that they're going to have in August.
We are going to have
exactly. Volunteer opportunities, sponsorship opportunities. If you have resources that they can use, please reach out to Jena and Gwen so that we can make this foundation a national and hopefully a global thing to go out and help all of these families, because it is important, and it is up to each and every one of us to help each other. So Jena and Gwen, thank you so much for the work that you're doing, and it's amazing.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. This has been another episode of Make Kind Loud, conversations that turn up the volume, where we bring on amazing people who are doing amazing things in the world and we talk about it. So we will see you guys again next week with another episode of Make Kind Loud, conversations that turn up the volume. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.